all the work for you. Imagine hitting the button to automatically tune into your favorite radio station rather than having to tune in manually. What if you could tune into the God frequency on command at the push of your favorite channel button? Well, as you're about to discover, the power of sound waves are that powerful. Just think about what happens when you hear the sound of a siren from a police car or fire truck. Those sound waves create a physical reaction in your brain, which increases cortisol production in your body, the stress hormone that psychology today refers to as public enemy number one. And how the calming sounds of nature have the exact opposite effect, calming you and reducing cortisol production in your brain. But sound wave therapy is finally starting to catch on. I was recently reading an article from Science Daily talking about the positive effects that sound therapy is having on patients. And famed scientist Nikola Tesla, one of the most successful and innovative inventors of all time, knew the power of vibration, sound waves, and frequencies. After seeing the secret teachings from Jesus and knowing that sound wave therapy is proven to work, I went on a personal mission to use this powerful method to tune my brain into what I called the God frequency. Binaural beats seemed to be a promising breakthrough, but none of the beats I came across could put my brain at the God frequency that Jesus talked about in his secret teachings. So I went on a personal mission to create the exact binaural beats that would put me at the frequency required to manifest God's blessings. And since my brother is a sound engineer who graduated from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, I brought him on my mission to help develop the perfect beat. Now, I knew the frequency had to be in the theta range, between 3.5 and 7.5 hertz. But that was such a broad range. If we use the radio station analogy again, that range would be big enough to get country stations, R&B stations, rock stations, and probably at least one talk radio station. We needed to pinpoint a very specific frequency in order to tap into the manifestation channel. To do that, we needed the God frequency. After months of using algorithms to try and find the right frequency, my sound engineer was ready to give up. We worked night and day, but couldn't find the tone we were looking for. My engineer was starting to doubt that the God frequency even existed, but I'd seen it with my own two eyes right there at the Vatican. We decided to give it one more week before taking a break because he had another sound wave project to work on with a famous scientist. On the very last day, before my brother was to catch a flight back to Boston, it hit me like a ton of bricks. There was a clue in Jesus' secret teachings that contained the answer. I couldn't believe that I hadn't picked up on it before. There was a secret code that revealed a number, but it went much deeper than what we were looking into initially. This number was so specific that we would probably have never found it with our algorithm. We simply weren't looking that deep. I called my brother up, hardly able to contain my excitement. When I told him my theory, he seemed skeptical, but I convinced him to drag himself out of bed and come over to create the God frequency. I popped in my earbuds and tried it for the first time, but had a massive headache from all the stress and long hours I was putting in. So I decided to try and manifest the headache away. Well, after my first session of listening to the God tone, my intense headache quickly started fading. Within minutes, the pain was gone completely. Was this proof that we had finally found the secret frequency that Jesus talked about in his secret teachings? We needed some more testing to know for sure. So I committed to making this sound bath a 15-minute daily habit. What followed was proof for me that we had discovered the God frequency. The next day, I decided to manifest away a stain in the carpet. Easy enough, right? As I put in my earbuds and started my sound bath, I just knew that it would work. I had faith. 15 minutes later, I opened my eyes and turned off the God frequency. I looked over, and the stain was still there. I felt my heart sink. Was I mistaken? I was so sure that we had finally found the right frequency to tune into God's blessings. Just as I was starting to doubt the whole mission, there was a knock at the door. It was a professional carpet cleaner who wanted to clean the carpets in one of my rooms for free. And just like that, my stain was gone. I was in awe of God's methods. We'd always heard that God works in mysterious ways, but this was something to behold. I've been doing the simple 15-minute daily habit for a week now, and I was just able to manifest this coffee as you walked in.
That was almost 3 years ago. That ex-priest, Jacob, is now my husband. and we live in a beautiful mansion in Malibu. We are rarely there since we are traveling the world constantly. It's almost like we live on a permanent vacation because I'm finally making up for lost time and doing all the things I really wanted to do with my life. See, after I met Jacob in the coffee shop that day, I started doing the simple 15-minute daily habit too. And my life started changing for the better right away. But what I didn't know at the time is that Jacob had been manifesting a life partner, a romantic relationship with a woman about my age, right as I was feeling that strange pull to go into the coffee shop. After seeing the unmistakable proof that the God frequency is real and works like gangbusters, all of our friends wanted to know how we created such a dramatic change in our lives. And that's when we decided to create the sound bath that I'm sharing with you today. Introducing the God frequency's binaural beats, or just the God frequency for short. This sound bath is a shortcut to balancing your brain at the exact frequency you need to manifest God's blessings. It's the only binaural beat that was engineered according to a code found in Jesus' secret teachings. Plus, we went to great lengths to record the highest quality nature sounds found on this planet. We sent our sound team to the most remote places on Earth to record the purest nature sounds possible, so that you're listening to the sound of God while you manifest the life you've always dreamed of. Since we put it on the market just a few short years ago, thousands of people have manifested a better life for themselves, even though they all came from different backgrounds and had different life goals. I'll share some of those real life stories with you in a minute, but I know what you're probably thinking right now. Could I be the next person to manifest the life of my dreams? And the answer is a resounding yes. Whether it's a better job or career, improved relationships, a romantic partner, more wealth and income, a better place to live, repaired relationships with your children or ex, a reliable car, or whatever else your heart desires, the God frequency will work for you. Because if you're anything like me, you need to make up for lost time. And the best part, all the work is taken out of it, making it effortless to manifest your dream life without having to master meditation, without spending tons of money on material things that won't fill the hole in your soul, without trying to numb yourself with medication or alcohol. And you won't waste tens of thousands of dollars and hours upon hours of your precious time at a therapist's office. Just see what these real-life clients are saying about their experience with the God frequency. I'm finally noticing the subtle signs of the universe. Ever since I started using this, I've been more aware of blessings that are available. Just the other day, I won a few $100s in the lottery, simply because I saw a sign. And then, just yesterday, I got a call back from my job interview saying that I'd been hired. And it comes with a 50% pay raise. This cannot be by random chance. Jeanette P., Macon, Georgia. I even manifested my dream girlfriend. I'll admit, I was pretty skeptical when I started this, but man, am I a believer now. I always had such terrible luck with women. My past relationships were all unhealthy and miserable. But after starting small, I've been able to manifest the woman of my dreams. We've only been dating for 3 months, but I'm already thinking she's the one. I've never been happier in my life. Brandon J., Omaha, Nebraska. I feel a sense of purpose again. Now that I've been able to manifest a happier and more comfortable life for myself, I feel like I have a reason to live again. My life has done a complete 180. I can't tell you how good it feels to want to live again. Thank you. Karen B., Las Vegas, Nevada. Imagine sitting in the comfort of your own home in your favorite easy chair, but instead of working to try and meditate, you simply pop on a set of earbuds and let the God frequency automatically put your brain at the exact frequency required to manifest God's blessings. All you have to do is think about the changes you want in life while listening to the God frequency. This is how you manifest the blessings that Jesus talked about. And because you've already tuned into the right frequency, there's no work involved. Do this 15-minute daily habit for 3 weeks and simply watch your life transform into a fairy tale right before your eyes. But if you want this incredible power at your fingertips, then you must hurry. Because every time I put this information on the internet, the church is hot on my tail. They do not want this information to get out to the general public. When we first started sharing this information a few years ago, my husband, the banished priest, was hunted down by the church as if he were a dangerous terrorist. Men in black suits would show up at our house with